Hello, welcome to Find Savvy News, where we give you a rundown and a recap of the stories that have happened during the week. And you know how we serve you. We serve you with relationship, we serve you with politics, we serve you with crime, we serve you with sports, even entertainment. Right? My name is Toby Ritimi, and let's slide into the stories that we have for the week. First off, we have Olanipekun urges new constitution for national stability. The former NBA president has come out to say in order for us to have one Nigeria, we have to disseminate power to different geopolitical zones in order for there to be ease of power and rulership. Let's move on to another story that we have here. CBN to retire 1,000 employees by December 31st, 2024. Under the leadership of Governor Olayemi Cardoso, a recent circular has been given to those staff that will be dropping your positions at the CBN, and this circular is open till December 7th, 2024, and compensations will be shared amongst them just to let them know that they are not forgotten, right? You can get more on that story when you log on to the blog. Let's move on to another story. Next up, presidency to stay in South for 2027. Doyin Okukwe says this. Former president, aide, and ex-DG of Peter Obi's campaign, Dr. Doyin Okukwe, has come out to say that the southern region of Nigeria should also have a space in the presidency, noting that the northern region and the western region have had place in the presidency, so it should be shared to the southern region as well, just to have a piece of rulership. You can get more on the blog when you log on to it, right? Let's move on to another story. Next up, Nigeria targets 20 million jobs for youths. The federal government has launched the Nigerian Youth Economic Engagement and De-Radicalization Program to create 20 million jobs for the youths. So we have the Farmers Cooperative with 12 million youths to have a job in farming, and other initiatives like Food for All, Waste to Wealth, and Tech for Jobs will be hosted to by the federal government to one of the 20 million Nigerians that are searching for jobs, and that is really creative. Kudos to the federal government on that. Let's move on to another story. Beyond Nigeria, Nandi Ndaitwah becomes Namibia's first female president amid election controversy. She is the first female president, and congratulations to her. You can get more on that story when you log on to the blog. Oil marketers reject 1,030 naira per litre petrol price amid PH refinery shuts down. The marketers are actually having an issue with the petrol price from the Port Harcourt refinery being structured. But you can get more on that story when you log on to the blog, just to know what exactly is the problem, right? Let's move on to entertainment. Lady hijacks ritual sacrifice she saw in a river and takes it home to make chicken barbecue. Is there any implication to that? Having something sacrificed to whatever deity and then taking it home to eat as normal food? Let's know your view on the comments section. Even though people have said some things about that, we got to know what you think about this story, right? Let's take a break and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Find Savvy News. You know, we give you the stories that have happened during the week, right? It's a recap of the headlines. And remember to subscribe to our channel on YouTube and also follow us on our social media platform, all at Find Savvy, all right? remember to subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Okay, let's move on to the next story that we have for this week. MFM pastor has no business with land hustle. This pastor, Pastor Babatunde George, the original head of the Mountain of Fire Miracles Ministries Ilupeju branch, has been wrongly accused of a land dispute. Pastor Bolaji Idowu detained over alleged 1.5 billion naira fraud. The lead pastor of Harvesters International Christian Center, Pastor Bolaji Idowu, is in a police custody of the Force Criminal Investigation Department in Abuja over the fraud allegations of 1.5 billion naira. You can get more on that story when you log on to the blog. Let's move on to sports. Salah hints at potential Liverpool exit after Man City victory. Let's move on to another story. This says 10 ways to improve in public speaking. Are you a public speaker and you want to know more in your craft? Or you're just even about to become a public speaker? These are the traits that you need to know to become a public speaker, a good public speaker at that. First off is to prepare well. Make sure that you have your content ready, maybe written down. You prepare, you pace around and just memorize. Just prepare well. Prepare your tools, prepare your content. The next one is to know your audience. That is to create a niche first. In order for you to know your audience, you need to know what you're talking about. Just know the title and know the people that you will be speaking to in order for you to gain audience. Another one is work on your body language, the use of your hands, the use of your body, moving left to right, not just standing stagnant there talking. People need to feel you, and one way people can feel you is to move around. Another one is speak clearly and slowly. Let people understand what you are saying, because communication is just not for one person, it's also for the other. Even though the other person might not speak to you physically, but you should be able to let your words be clear so they can understand you, and probably they can write to you so you know that you have communicated well and they have gained your understanding. You can also learn from other speakers. You could go on YouTube, you can even read books or go for seminars so you can become a very good public speaker. You can get more on these tips when you log on to the blog, all right? Hoping that you will be a good public speaker one day. All right, let's move on to relationship, but with yourself. This is tips on why you shouldn't care about what others think. A lot of people, would ask other people about their own opinion. Maybe, oh, is this dress okay? Is this hair okay? Is what I say okay? Is what I do okay? They want to get opinions on different things about themselves by different people. And when it becomes too much, it's like you're beginning to depend on what everybody says and not even remembering that you are also in control of your life. And some people might come up with jealousy, and that's why you need to be very, very careful, because people will say wrong things about you even when you are right. So these are the tips for you to not care about what people say, especially when you're trying to please others instead of yourself. Just make sure that you are paying attention to yourself. These are the tips. First is to understand that everyone has opinions. Like I said, people sometimes can be jealous about you and you wouldn't know, right? So that's why you have to focus on yourself. They have opinions. People will say stuff, and yeah, you have the ears to hear it, but you also have the power not to meditate on it and to work on it, right? You can only hear it and not put it to test. Like, they don't really care, right? So another one is focus on what you can control. Make sure that you guard your heart and you guard what comes in and what goes out. Some people will come in to test you with accusations and worry and all of those things, and then you begin to worry on the things that you're not even meant to pay attention on, right? So you look at what they say and filter it out. Okay, another one is to surround yourself with positive people. It is very important to do that because your environment speaks a lot about you and how you perceive or view things, right? So when you surround yourself with people who speak positively, you even get to speak positively about yourself and see different things, different positive things about yourself, and begin to take control over your environment, over your own world, right? And another one is to practice saying no. So if there is one event or one thing or the other that people really want you to come to that you're not really comfortable with, that is the right time to say no. So say no when you're meant to say no and say yes when you're meant to say yes. Why? Because you have an authority over your words and authority over your world, right? So these are a few tips that we have on not caring about what other thinks about you, right? So you can get more on that when you log on to the blog. My name is Toby Rotimi, and make sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us on our social media platforms. Remember, it is Find Who Sabi on all social media platforms, and also on the website it's Find Who Sabi blog, so you can get more stories on different categories of your choice. All right, this is a wrap, and I'll see you another time. My name is Toby Rotimi, and stay safe. Bye.